Hello students, today I am going to start our chapter number 8, that is quadrilateral. Students, in this chapter we will read about types of quadrilaterals and some properties of parallelogram, and we will do midpoint theorem. So firstly, what is quadrilateral? Student, quadrilateral is a type of polygon which has 4 sides, 4 angles and 4 vertices. So a quadrilateral has 4 sides, 4 angles and 4 vertices. This is an example of quadrilaterals. Its 4 sides are AB, BC, CD and AD. These are its 4 sides, and AC and BD are its diagonals. Okay, and sum of the angles of a quadrilateral is 360 degree. So types of quadrilaterals. Students, first type of quadrilateral is trapezium. What is trapezium? This is diagram of trapezium. So a quadrilateral in which one pair of opposite side is parallel. This pair of opposite side is parallel because AB parallel to CD, but the other pair of opposite side is not parallel, is called a trapezium. Other pair AD is not parallel to BC. A quadrilateral in which one pair of opposite side is parallel but the other pair of opposite side is not parallel is called a trapezium. In given figure, ABCD, AB parallel to CD but AD and BC are not parallel sides. Now there are two types of trapezium. One is isosceles trapezium and one is equiangular trapezium. If AD equals to BC of a trapezium, then it is called an isosceles trapezium. Friends, if non-parallel sides of a trapezium are equal, then it is called a isosceles trapezium. And in this case, angle A equals to angle B and angle C equals to angle D, then it is called an isosceles trapezium. And now equiangular trapezium. Trapezium with two right angles are called an equiangular trapezium. This is a diagram of equiangular trapezium. In this trapezium, these two angles A and D are of 90 degree. So those are right angles, and AB parallel to CD but AD does not parallel to BC. So this is equiangular trapezium. Trapezium with two right angles are called an equiangular trapezium, and if non-parallel sides of a trapezium are equal, then it is called an isosceles trapezium. Now next type of quadrilateral is parallelogram. This is diagram of parallelogram. A quadrilateral is a parallelogram if both pairs of opposite sides are equal and parallel. Here AB parallel to CD and AD parallel to BC, and AB equals to CD and AD equals to BC, means a quadrilateral is a parallelogram if both pairs of opposite sides are equal and parallel. Now properties of parallelogram. Opposite sides and angles are equal in parallelogram. Diagonals bisect each other. Diagonals must not be equal. Any of 4 interior angles must not be right angle. Adjacent angles are supplementary. Okay, opposite sides and angles are equal in parallelogram. Diagonals bisect each other but diagonals must not be equal, and any of 4 interior angles must not be right angle. Adjacent angles are supplementary. Friends, these are two adjacent angles, angle D and angle A. These are adjacent angles. Why they are supplementary to each other? Because we know that AB parallel to CD and AD is a transversal. So these are supplementary angles to each other because they are conjugate interior angles. Right angle. Those parallelogram in which each angle is a right angle is called a rectangle. Rectangle is a type of parallelogram in which each angle is of 90 degree, then it is called a rectangle. This is a diagram of rectangle. In this diagram, AB parallel to CD and AD parallel to BC, and AB equals to CD and AD equals to BC, and all four angles are of 90 degree. Opposite sides are equal. Each angle is of measure 90 degree. Diagonals are equal and bisect each other. These are two diagonals of this rectangle. They bisect each other and they are equal in length. Now square. A quadrilateral with all equal sides and angle each of 90 degree is called a square. A quadrilateral with all equal sides and angles each of 90 degree is called a square. So this is a diagram of a square. In this diagram, AB equals to BC equals to CD and equals to AD, and AB parallel to CD and AD parallel to BC, and each angle is of measure 90 degree. Diagonals bisect to each other. Diagonals of a square are equal and perpendicular to each other. Okay. Now next type is rhombus. A quadrilateral in which four sides are equal and any of four angle must not be right angle. This is a diagram of rhombus. In this diagram, AB equals to BC equals to CD and equals to AD. But any of four angle must not be equals to 90 degree. But in a square, each angle is of 90 degree. Opposite sides are parallel and all sides are equal. Opposite angles are equal. It means angle A equals to angle C and angle D equals to angle B. Diagonals bisect each other at right angle. Okay. But diagonals must not be equal. In square, diagonal bisect each other and diagonal must be equal. But in rhombus, diagonals bisect each other at right angle but diagonals must not be equal. Now our next type and last type is kite. A quadrilateral in which two pairs of adjacent sides are equal is called a kite. So firstly, what is adjacent sides? Two sides that have one common vertices that are called adjacent sides. So in a quadrilateral in which two pairs of adjacent sides are equal is called a kite. This is a diagram of kite. A, B, C, D. AB and BC are adjacent sides and they are equal in length. And next AD and DC are adjacent sides and they are equal in length. Then it is called a kite. In ABCD, AD equals to CD and AB equals to BC. A square, rectangle and rhombus are all parallelograms. A kite is not a parallelogram. A square, rectangle and rhombus are all parallelograms, but a kite is not a parallelogram because in parallelogram opposite sides are equal and opposite sides are parallel to each other. Now but in kite opposite sides are not equal, so this is not a parallelogram. Now our theorem first of this chapter. A diagonal of a parallelogram divides it into two congruent triangles. So what is theorem? A diagonal of a parallelogram divides it into two congruent triangles. So firstly, what is given? It is given that ABCD is a parallelogram and ACB a diagonal. This is a parallelogram and ACB it's a diagonal. What we have to prove? We have to prove that these are two triangles of this parallelogram. Triangle ABC congruent to triangle CDA. Students, you know that there are four criteria for congruency of triangles. So first criteria is SAS, congruence rule, which is side angle side. When two triangles are congruent, if two sides and the included angle of one triangle are equal to two sides and the included angle of the other triangle, And next criteria is ASA, that is equals to angle side angle. If two triangles are congruent, if two angles and the included side of one triangle are equal to two angles and the included side of the other triangle. And third criteria, SSS congruency rule, side side side. If three sides of one triangle are equal to the three sides of another triangle, then the two triangles are congruent. And last criteria is RHS congruency rule. If in two right triangles the hypotenuse, if in two right triangles the hypotenuse and one side of one triangle are equal to the hypotenuse and one side of the other triangle, then the two triangles are congruent. So which four rules? SAS, ASA, SSS and RHS, that will be applicable on right angle triangle. So let's see. This is a triangle ACDA and this is a triangle ABC. Now we will prove these two triangles congruent. So firstly, AB parallel to DC and AC is a transversal. It means angle BAC equals to angle DCA, because they are alternate angles. This angle will be equals to this angle because property of alternate angles, because AB parallel to CD and AC is a transversal. Now next, AD parallel to BC and AC is a transversal. When I rotate diagram like this, then BC parallel to AD and AC is a transversal, then this angle and this angle, these two angles are also alternate angles, so these two angles will be equal. It means angle BCA equals to angle DAC. Angle 1 equals to angle 2 and angle 3 equals to angle 4. And AC equals to AC or CA, because this is common side of these two triangles. So these two triangles are congruent because two angles are equal and one included side is equal. Means so by angle side angle rule, triangle ABC congruent to triangle CDA. Hence diagonal AC divides a parallelogram into two congruent triangles. Friends, what we did in this theorem, this is a parallelogram and this is diagonal of this parallelogram. We have to prove these two triangles congruent to each other. So firstly, AC equals to AC, because this is common side of these two triangles, and angle 1 equals to angle 2 by property of alternate angles, and angle 3 equals to angle 4 by property of alternate angles, because AB parallel to AD, BC parallel to AD and AC is a transversal, that then angle 3 equals to angle 4. So by rule of angle side angle ASA rule, triangle ABC congruent to triangle CDA. Hence diagonal AC divides a parallelogram into two congruent triangles. Now on theorem 8.2, that is, in a parallelogram opposite sides are equal. This is a parallelogram ABCD and we have to prove that AB equals to CD and BC equals to AD. Given ABCD is a parallelogram, construction join A and C, and this is diagonal of this parallelogram, and we have to prove AB equals to CD and AD equals to BC. Students, in our theorem 8.1 we proved that these two triangles are congruent to each other. Triangle ABC congruent to triangle CDA. This is proved by theorem 8.1. So if these two triangles are congruent to each other, then AB equals to CD and AD equals to BC. Why these two opposite sides are equal? Because these two triangles are congruent to each other.